Welcome to Sunday at Unity of Daytona Beach, the podcast. Each week we share the message, meditation, and other special moments from our Sunday service. So take a breath, open your heart, and let this be a source of encouragement, reflection, and spiritual growth for you on your journey.
Isn't it fun to sing Christmas songs, friends? Yeah. Do you love it as much as I do? I look forward to it. We have a tradition in our family. We start to play the radio station that plays 24-hour, I think it's 24 hours, Christmas songs. My daughter's nodding yes. On Thanksgiving Day, if not before. One of them. The other one before that. So we just don't get tired of it. We like that. Did you enjoy the children's program? My name is Reverend Linda, by the way. I love how these things come together because when RCA asked me if I would speak for 2 weeks, and I said yes, I knew that I thought I wanted to share the story of the Grinch. And so I heard Sean was going to be the vocalist, and he happened to be here the day that I made that decision, and I went to him, and I told him that I planned to do that, and he said, well, I don't know if you know this, but I actually created a whole arrangement. And I'm like, yeah, yes. I had one idea, but God had another, and God's ideas are always better than mine. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So the Grinch learned, right? The Grinch learned that Christmas is not the adornments, friends. Do you know that already? It just has nothing to do with all of that. Having said that, I love them, okay? I get all excited when it's time to go out and buy my tree because I adopt a tree that's been cut. And I give it a peaceful passing, right? I provide hospice care to the dying tree. And I have selfish reasons. I like the way it smells. I also like the way it looks and feels. So I am a hospice center for Christmas trees. There is something in the air this time of years. There is something in the air this time of year. I felt it before I bought the tree. I felt it building. I felt it building. It builds and it builds. It's an incredibly wonderful time of the year. There is so much love. There's so much merrymaking. There's so much giving and receiving. There's so much celebrating. There's so much being a child again for those of us who aren't. You know, when you look at a pretty decoration, my friend Susan and I drove around Pelican Bay a little bit the other night after dark and looked at the things that people have out on their lawns, and I feel like a child when I do that. It's exciting. It makes me happy. It's in the air. It permeates the very air we breathe. Even if you don't put up a Christmas tree, even if you're not Christian and don't celebrate the real meaning of Christmas, the birth of the Christ. There are millions and millions and millions of people all around the world right now in this season, playing, laughing, singing, buying, decorating, loving, giving, receiving. It's an amazing, amazing time of the year. There's something really special in the air. Next slide, Jer. You know why? Well, there are a couple reasons, but I'm going to talk about this one. Have you ever heard of critical mass? Yeah? Some of you are saying yes. So it is said that if you want to change the way a group of people are feeling or thinking, that you need to reach critical mass. That means you need to change the way that somewhere between 5 and 25% of those people are feeling. You need to do that. And once you do, the shift happens. You heard the F in that, right? The shift happens. I had a vision of a bumper sticker. Shame on me. No. Critical mass. That's what happens during this holiday season. We have already reached critical mass. It is impossible to escape the good, the friendliness. Impossible, friends. And who would want to? I listened to the news this morning out of curiosity. I was listening for little examples, tiny little examples of things that happen right now that are good. And I heard a couple. Of course, now I listen to NPR, so I can't say that's true of every news source that's out there. At least they try to report it all of it. I believe during this holiday season, if you go looking for it, remember last week I talked about looking for the good? Well, it's so much easier to find during this holiday season because it's everywhere, all around us. Everywhere, all around us. So the universe, the earth, the planet shifts a little bit on its axis during this time of year. The vibration, the general vibration is elevated. Things vibrate at a higher rate. There is joy in the air. There is joy in the air. No matter your beliefs, it is really hard to escape it. It is a beautiful thing. So my question to you is, what part are you playing in all that? What part are you playing in all of that? Surely you haven't become a curmudgeon, have you? A Scrooge. Sometimes I heard. Thank you for being honest. Me too. I had a flood in my house this week, and I have a friend here who's a member who came over to help me deal with it. And I was quite upset. She reminded me of what I said last week about looking for the good. And I meant it. But in case you didn't notice, I have skin on. I am a human being. So I have the same experiences you do. I have the same challenges in my life that you do. Trust me. And in fact, I could match them probably. Now, I might even be able to one-up you on occasion. But I know what to do about it, you see. Don't you? I know what to do about it. And so here's what I want you to do today. I want you to set the intention about how you want to be during this holiday season. So you have an ornament, right? Because you get to choose. You know that, right? We talk about that all the time in Unity. It's always a choice. If you're feeling badly, you have a choice. You can change that if you want to, if you really want to. Some people are so comfortable feeling badly, they forget what it's like to feel good. We've all been there too, haven't we? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take that ornament in your hand. If you don't have one, raise your hand. I'm sure we can take care of that. If somehow you were missed, we did our level best to get one to everybody. I want you to take that ornament in your hand. I want you to hold it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think for a moment and just allow Spirit to give you your word or your phrase. Because here's the question. How do you want to be? How do you want to contribute to that critical mass during this holiday season? Infuse that ornament with your decision. Whether it's love, whether it's merrymaking, whether it's joy, whether it's peace, whatever it is, infuse that ornament right now. See that ornament saturated with that which you desire to be this season. And it is done. Now you hang that on your tree or in your room or wherever you like, and every time you look at it between now and whenever you take it down, because there's no rule about that, you could let it hang there forever if you like. There are people who leave their Christmas trees up like forever. They just change the theme a little bit. You know, I know that for a fact. I don't blame them, actually. But since I adopt a tree and provide hospice care, it's not happening in my house. Hang that up in your home, friends, and remind yourself every time you look at it how you want to be, how you are going to be this holiday season. Because we're reaching critical mass, if we haven't already, and the entire vibration of the earth will shift accordingly. So I invite you, friends, once more to turn away from the outer world and turn within and prepare yourself to go and take Holy Communion at the altar of your heart. Sit comfortably in your chairs, your sofas, wherever you are. Relax. Just relax. Free your hands up if you're holding anything. Lay it aside. Lay your hands maybe on your lap, palms up, signaling to the universe that you are open. You are an open instrument, ready to receive, ready to give. Focus on your breath. Feel the cool air coming into your body through your nose, knowing that it moves instantly all through your body, energizing, restoring, providing nutrition everywhere inside of you instantly. This is a miracle of life. Be aware of that breath. Knowing that as it leaves your body, it's warmer and it carries some of you with it into the ethers. We are all breathing the same air, friends. We are all breathing the same air, and it doesn't stop in this room. We are all breathing the same air everywhere, all at once. Air of the ancients, air of the newborns. We're all breathing the same air. We are one in life that moves and expresses in us and through us. Simply take that in. The mystical, magical truth of it. We are all one. There is no separation on this level of air, of life, of breath, of substance. We share it. We use it. We shape it. We shape it. We create our own experiences with it. Life, life, moving in us and through us now. We know the light on that altar inside. That is the Star of Bethlehem. That is the Star of Bethlehem right here inside of us, shining brightly as we acknowledge the truth that we are one. We are one with the infinite. We are one with God. We are one with all that is. And we allow that to express as us. And this is the birth of Christ. Right here, right now. The Christ in me beholds the Christ in you. Let us take that into the silence, friends, for a moment. And then very, very slowly, very gently, lovingly, allow your attention to return once more to the outer. Heart full of love and wonder at the mystical, magical way that the universe works. We take a moment and anchor ourselves in all that we are, all that we understand, all that we intend to be. And when we're ready, we slowly open our eyes and return ourselves to this room and come together. Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Thank you for joining us for Sunday at Unity of Daytona Beach, the podcast. We're grateful to walk this path with you. May the words and practices you've heard today continue to bring you peace, inspiration, and spiritual growth as you move through your week. A production of the Soulworks Group, Incorporated.